Hi, my name is Kirsty Moore from the Animal Genetics and Breeding Unit. As part of our videos on helping you better understand your analyses, I would like to talk to you about how genomic selection has been a game changer for the genetic evaluation of livestock. Ultimately, genomics is just an additional source of information in the evaluation that allows us to have more accurate breeding values. What it allows us to do is to model the relationships between animals better. For example, with pedigree-only evaluations, it is assumed that the amount of DNA in common between a given relationship, like an animal and its grandsire, is the same for all animals with that relationship. However, the reality is that some animals will have inherited more DNA from the grandsire and some less DNA. Genomics can quantify the actual amount of DNA in common between animals. Not only are the relationships better described, but what the DNA markers, or SNPs as we call them, an animal has will also impact the breeding value. Although 50% of DNA is inherited from each parent, the chunks of DNA passed from parent to offspring are random. And if an animal has a larger or smaller number of SNPs that have a favourable association with the trait, this is also reflected in the animal's breeding value. For genomic selection, a reference population of genotyped and phenotyped animals is required. The structure of this reference population is essential as it will impact the potential benefit of genomic selection. The size of the reference population and how related the reference is to the animal being genotyped will influence the increase in breeding value accuracy observed from genotyping the animal. The benefits of genomics will be greatest for traits that are difficult or expensive to measure, traits that are expressed late in life, or traits expressed only in one sex, or low heritability traits. And for animals, the greatest benefits will be seen for genotyped animals with limited phenotype and pedigree information available. A DNA sample can be obtained from birth, meaning that a genotype can often be available well before a phenotype, and this can provide a higher accuracy breeding value earlier than before. Contributing genotypes to the evaluation earlier increases the breeding value accuracy of a young animal, and the breeding values will be more stable over time as later phenotypes and additional information are added to the genetic evaluation. In addition to improving the accuracy of breeding values, genotypes are also being used for parent verification of animals, and there are commercial benchmarking tools available that allow commercial producers to benchmark their animals against others in the industry.